I put a dome. I put like I put 2 that I made with shungite, and I put 1 that was just black iron oxide, quartz, and
Wait, are you saying that you put gems in the creek, and therefore the chemtrail planes are being warded off in the sky? What is up, heathens? How you guys doing today? Hope you're doing alright. I'm doing pretty good. So we're going to be looking at some chemtrails people tonight. Alright, so this guy's name here is Adam G. He's going to be telling us a few things about chemtrails tonight. And then we're going to learn about how to get rid of chemtrails, and then exactly what to fear about chemtrails as far as the election goes.
So I'm smiling, but I'm not really in a good mood. Actually, I'm kind of pissed off.
Actually, you look pretty fucking high at this point. There, Adam.
I'll tell you why. Some of you might not believe this, and some of you believe this a lot, and some of you have seen a lot of it for yourself, and there's lots of videos, information, and it's not just...
Oh, wait, Faye reminded me. I gotta made something very special. I made something very special for tonight. Now, I don't know if you guys can really see all of this right here. You see in its gloriousness. It's kind of like a mohawk kind of. I figured I'd do the whole tinfoil hat thing in style. So I mean, it's I can't really headbang in it, but you know, I figured why not? Okay, now that we're ready, the aliens cannot read our minds, and the government definitely cannot influence it. So let's go.
There's people like me, or young people, there's older people, there's diplomats, there's senators, there's people who are doctors, lawyers, scientists, and they've all talked about this. And so what I'm talking about, of course, is chemtrails. And what that is geoengineering, or the very specific control of weather.
Wait, hold on. Now, granted, my tinfoil hat degree is only minutes old, but I'm fairly certain that chemtrails is like the government using airplanes, specifically their engines, in order to spread chemicals into our atmosphere in order to affect our behavior and shit. If you haven't seen Serenity, there's a whole planet that they go to, like about midways through the movie, or maybe a little bit more than midways through the movie. And that's exactly what has happened to the population. They pumped in chemicals into the atmosphere and made them completely docile or completely fucking batshit crazy. I thought that was what chemtrails are, but apparently chemtrails are geoengineering and weather. They're affecting the weather or something. I really thought that it was just chemicals in the air that's supposed to make us, like, I don't know, high or something.
And so I get pissed off about that because I watch these planes fly by all day long. And even if it's not chemtrails, these supposed contrails that are left behind the planes as they fly by,
Okay, listen. Okay, just to verify, I do have the tinfoil hat completely circumventing my head. So now, listen, I don't have any government entities are not, like, controlling me right now. I am not under the influence of any kind of government body. So basically, contrails are not a myth. Chemtrails are completely a myth. Contrails are actually like when the certain engines of planes are running and whatnot, kind of like with the exhausts on cars, that sometimes they'll condense water in there, right? Well, you see, some of the newer engines on planes, they actually run a lot cooler. So at certain altitudes, they actually create condensation on the engine. And that's what you see coming out the back end, is this condensation. Because in case you don't know, there's fucking air that the fucking planes fly through up there. And so what it does is it condensates. Condensation. That's what contrails are. They're not myths. They're provable scientific facts that have been studied. Just saying. Chemtrails are the myth. Contrails are scientific fact, just to separate all of those fucking things.
Muddy up the sky. I'm played golf Saturday. It was beautiful and unbelievable. The weather was fantastic, but all day long, my friend and I, we just watched these planes come in, and he's just saying, wow, like they really raped the sky, eh? Like, is it supposed to rain tomorrow? And I said, I haven't checked, but I bet you it will. And sure enough, it did.
Okay, so he literally just said, look, I haven't checked the weather, but there are fucking planes flying in the air. There's going to be rain tomorrow. And then I checked the weather the next day, and of course it was fucking raining. So you, one, set up a horrible scientific experiment in order to test your theory here. Your theory is that you see these chemtrails in the air, and then that modifies the weather, and therefore apparently it either rains if it's clear, and then if it's, I guess if it's already cloudy, you really can't see the chemtrails, right? So I guess when the Canadian government, because that's what he is, he's Canadian. When the Canadian government wants it to rain in a certain area, they just have passenger jets fly the fuck over it, right? In order to test this, he not only doesn't check the pre-existing conditions before he sees it, but he also just goes ahead and he assumes that it's because of the planes. Like, there's no causal link there. Given my tinfoil hat nature, right, currently, I would say that I'm thinking a bit more clearly than this guy, because he doesn't have a fucking tinfoil hat on. How can we be sure he's not being controlled by the Canadian government?
It was supposed to a little bit later today, and it didn't really. It did a little bit, but this morning, clear blue, and then by the end of the day, clouds. So it's interesting. So
yeah, it's called fucking weather. That's what it's called. And believe me, when the weatherman gets up there on the on the morning news, and he basically takes a fortune wheel of weather, flings it, and goes, it's gonna fucking rain. It really is just a shot in the fucking dark. Could rain, it could not rain. Also, weathermen have to predict weather for a large area. So when they said possible chance of showers, there's going to be some areas that get showers, there's going to be some areas that don't get showers, and therefore, you're going to perceive it however you fucking want to perceive it. What the fuck ever.
I'm going to take you actually outside into my backyard. I have no idea how well the camera is going to work, but I want to show you.
Oh, we're going to see some chemtrails, guys. Legit chemtrails. 1000% true chemtrails.
Over the last couple of weeks, watching as it comes up through the sky, and you can't really see it too well in the video, but there it is. And
okay, I see the moon.
Completely chemmed out.
It's completely chemmed out, guys. Guys, those are definitely chemtrails. Okay, we can tell that they're chemtrails because they're clouds and they're covering the fucking moon. That's exactly what chemtrails are.
Clouds are everywhere. Anyways, I took some pretty good pictures actually of it with my camera, and I'm gonna put those on my Google Plus page, so you can check those out.
I don't care about your Google Plus. Next! Oh, fucking shit, what the fuck? You can't go from night directly to day like that. What is he, looking through the lens of a goddamn spider? Is that what the fuck's going on here?
Hey, you guys. Check this out.
Okay.
They're bombing like crazy.
Oh, goddamn, there's fucking chemtrails in the sky. Holy fuck. If this is a legit way to, like, change the weather, that is a really shitty way to change the weather, don't you think? I mean, if you really think about it, you see storm clouds all the time. You see these magnificent storm clouds. Some of them are just fucking beautiful, but then it's like, oh, look, here are these chemtrails that are changing the weather.
As you can see, it's still...
They're thin as fuck. It's almost like God took a paintbrush that had the finest paintbrush, like the finest tip paintbrush that he could fucking find, and just like drew across the sky. Of course, that's fucking crazy. I mean, but chemtrails, that's reasonable.
Real blue. Not a cloud in the sky. That's because oh, look at this one. Yeah, he's directing it at me.
He's directing it at him, guys. I mean, the dude's just flying. I can guarantee you that guy cannot see the guy on the ground at all. That's not to say that cameras don't exist that would be able to, because obviously they do, but I mean, that guy in a biplane up there that's just flying, probably doing a flight class, doesn't give a fuck about the guy looking through a spider web on the ground.
They're spraying like crazy everywhere.
It's not fucking spray, it's called condensation. It's a condensation trail, or a contrail, okay? There are certain engines that make it because they run at lower temperatures, and then the older engines, the ones that were that were built like 100 years ago or so, like, you know, in like the 1950s, or, well, okay, that's not 100 years, that's more like 70 years ago. Those particular planes, they run at higher temperatures, so you would have to be higher in the air for those to actually make something. But also, elevation actually makes a whole lot of a difference. If you just look at this right here, this is a really good example. Can you tell exactly how far apart those two planes are? Please comment below if you can tell me exactly how far apart those two planes are. Okay, look, unless you guessed 1,000 feet, then you're wrong. Those planes are 1,000 feet apart, but because of our perspective from on the ground looking up at them, which actually, if you want to be a little bit more realistic about it, it would be more or less like, it would be like that. Like this right here, like even smaller than that. Hold on, yeah, this is as small as I can go, but that's how big it would fucking be. So you tell me exactly which one is about 1,000 feet higher than the other. You fucking can.
They're just mad. So I probably just put like 6 Oregons in this creek.
Wait, what? He put 6 Oregons in the state? Or is Oregons like, maybe means organs? Is this a serial killer video now? What the fuck?
I put a dome. I put like, I put 2 that I made with shungite. And I put 1 that was just black iron oxide, quartz, and
okay, this is literally worse than fucking spraying the contrails with Lysol. There's a video out there of a woman saying this is how you get rid of fucking chemtrails, and she's got a little like Lysol bottle, and she's like spraying it into the fucking air. Like, her small ass on the ground is gonna affect something about 4,000 feet up in the air. You're worse than that, because you're not even standing there spraying shit. You're just saying, I threw rocks in the river, and that's why the planes are disappearing from the sky, and they're not chemtrailing my ass.
salt. I put 1 of those. And I also put a dome that I had put a whole bunch of different crystals in. That was
He found a dome that he put a whole bunch of fucking crystals in. I'm so glad he has found the kryptonite for chemtrails.
made out of black iron oxide, aluminum shavings.
Oh man, I about thought he said Illuminati shavings or something. I mean, I don't know what that would have fucking been, but it would have made sense for this video.
And the quartz sand. And then it was like, man, a plethora of other like 11 different stones that I put. It was a real heavy dome. And I just put that in the water. This beautiful creek. You can drink right from this creek. It's charged by vortexes.
Wait! He put the stones in the creek, and now it's charged by vortexes. Next up, Gandalf the Grey is going to become bumbling out of the forest. He's going to cast a spell of doubt on the river, and anybody that drinks out of the river is going to be free of doubt for the rest of their lives, and they will definitely trust that the water is going to protect them from the chemtrails thousands of feet up in the air. Meanwhile, Gandalf the White is going to be cooking in the kitchen, and he's going to make you some eggs and hash browns, just so that, you know, that's a nice thing to do. That's what that motherfucker does, right? So don't worry, we have vortexes and shit. Frodo Baggins is on his way to Mordor to cast the fucking ring into the volcano of what the fuck ever, and is gonna get rid of chemtrails forever. Don't worry, it's alright. Alright, so now this one is entitled Fake alien invasion, heavy chemtrails as election day approaches.
Okay, I just wanted to show this to you guys as we get closer to voting and election time. The chemtrails are getting heavier. Do you see that?
That's because they got to control how we vote. They spray the chemtrails in one direction, Hillary Clinton. They spray the chemtrails in another direction, Donald Trump. That's why the states are voting exactly like they are. There can be no way that it's just people voting and shit. It's got to be the chemtrails controlling how they vote. Right now, there's two companies that are warring because apparently one of the candidates is going to give them a lot of business.
Chemtrails are a lot heavier here.
They're clouds. They're cumulus clouds in the sky. They form at a certain altitude. They're not chemtrails. It's called condensation in water vapor.
But I just thought you guys would like to see that.
We don't give a shit. We don't give a shit about clouds in the sky. Clouds in the sky happen all the time.
I know the one guy had a theory about there being a fake alien invasion, but I hear that every year, which is kind of funny. That's cute. But
Wait, okay, so fake alien invasion, funny and cute. Fucking chemtrails in the sky that's gonna affect the way we vote. Totally plausible. Okay.
that's weird, especially that direction. Do you see?
Why that direction specifically? I mean, like, seriously, I want to know, why is that direction specific? Like, are all of the Hillary Clinton people, like, aligned in that direction? It's like, oh, especially that direction, because that's where all the fucking Hillary Clinton supporters are. The perfect line going that way.
Yeah, it's just like a racetrack almost.
It looks like clouds in the sky, and you can tell that some planes have been flying by because of condensation.
And racing through here, and then well, it makes me kind of wonder because there's a military jet that's been like taken off from the airport.
Whoa. There's a military jet that's been taking off at the airport. Which is more plausible? That it has chemicals in the jet fuel that when burned, it actually releases this gas in the air that causes you to vote for Hillary Clinton. Or fucking condensation forms around the engine and is leaving a trail that turns into cumulus clouds in the sky, which then dissipate and grow and expand like fucking gas does. My tinfoil hat is so disappointed.
Just over yonder. So let's look this way at the sun. Yeah.
Please don't look into... I think you've looked into the sun a little bit too much.
I don't really want to look right at the sun, but yeah, you can see that pretty good there.
No.
And there they go. There goes another one.
Where?
It's pretty bad today.
No, it's not. That's a normal day. That's a beautiful fucking day. Thank you, everybody. I hope that you wore your tinfoil hats too. This is a great grand wizard of tinfoil hattery, and I hope that you will stay clear of the chemtrails for the rest of your days. Ven Romero, yet global warming's the host. Of course, it's the hoax. I mean, come on. You don't see any scientists up there in their tinfoil hats saying this shit, do you? You know that they're being controlled by the Illuminati elite government specialists. But enough of this shit. I will table my conspiracy theorist helmet for a little while. I'm glad that you guys were able to join me today. I guess I'll see you guys later. Bye, y'all. Awkward silence, my old friend.